Welcome to my YouTube channel. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So I know that this has been an ongoing thing for a really long time. I keep posting that I'm going to start a YouTube channel, blah blah blah, and I'm finally doing it, and I am beyond excited to start it. So let's get started. So today is going to be really an introduction video to kind of everything that I'm for, everything that I do, and then some questions that y'all have asked me. The first things that I want to tell you about is just me in general. So my name is Sheridan Cruz and I am 15 years old and I live in Florida. That's all the information personally that I'm going to tell y'all, just so it doesn't get put everywhere on the internet. So something I'm going to tell y'all is questions that you would normally ask somebody when you first meet, and I feel it's kind of like an introduction video, so I'm going to start doing those. So the first normal question that I would ask somebody if I first met them was like, what's your favorite color? So my favorite color is purple and blue. It's really in the middle of it because I'm looking for different reasons, and yellow is a really big color. So I like yellow in clothing, but I like purple and pink in general, just for everything really. So yeah, that's my favorite colors. So next is pets. So like, what's your favorite animal? The other day I did some questions when we were coming back from Motion, and this was actually one of the questions that was asked. So I said my favorite zoo animal was a monkey and my favorite pet animal is a cat, because I love cats so much, but monkeys are kind of like not my favorite animal, but I wouldn't have them as a pet, but they are also a really good animal in general. So yeah. So now I'm going to start on y'all's questions that y'all have asked me on Instagram, and I have them written down on a pad over here. I've looked over them about once. I haven't really thought in depth of them, so they're pretty much going to be first look answering right here on camera. So here we go. So the first question that was asked was, what is your biggest pet peeve? So a lot of things, pet peeves aren't really a big thing, but I have certain things that like make my hair stand up on the back of my neck. And one of those is popsicle sticks when you rub them on teeth or on dry hands. I can't even eat popsicles because of the wooden thing, because it's weird. If my hands aren't dry, if they're like moisturized or whatever, which is a lot of the time, I'm fine with touching them, but if someone has dry hands or it's rubbed on their teeth, it completely sets me off. Like, I have to close my ears and my eyes so I wouldn't even see or hear it, because it makes me cringe so much. So a second thing that is one of my biggest pet peeves, it's kind of on the same page as that, but it's whenever dry hands rub against book pages. So you know how the book pages are pretty much like sandpaper? That's, sandpaper in general rubbed on wood or rubbed on materials makes me cringe so hard, and your fingers on book pages that are dry make me cringe so hard. So I really have weird pet peeves that a lot of people don't have, but it just really sets me off in these certain areas. My second question is, which 21 Pilots song speaks to you the most? So I have been a fan of 21 Pilots for about 2 years now, or around that. Well, actually, yeah, around 2 years. I wasn't around a fan whenever they released their Blurryface album, so that kind of gives you a good thing. And so I'm really excited about the Trench album, which I'll probably do a reaction to when they actually come out on it on October 5th. But anyway, my favorite song from them is probably Lovely, because it was a song that really helped me through a hard time, and I'm so thankful for that whole entire band and all the music they sing. But yeah, definitely that song. It's so hard to choose because it was such an old song of them, but it was really resonate with me and speaks to me a lot because it was really dear to my heart in that moment. My third question is, what's the best memory from each of your sisters? So I've only been alive for 15 years, so a lot of those years when I was just a lot younger, I don't remember. So one of the memories I remember when I was really little, it was with my sister, Savannah, my oldest sister, and we were actually, I only remember this, I'm pretty sure, from a video that my mom showed me, but everything just like came back once I watched that. We were sitting down and I was still on a high chair, so I was pretty young, and my oldest sister was standing next to me and my other sister on the other side of me. So my mom was videoing us and I had chips on my high chair and I was eating them. So my sister kept like getting in the camera and was like smiling. My sister Savannah, she was like smiling and everything, and she kept taking my chips as she was like smiling at the camera, and I was looking at her like so confused. I was like, what is she doing? And then I looked at her, I said, "Moves me," because that's how I used to say excuse me. So I said, "Moves me," and that's probably not the best memory I've had with them, but it's been like probably my youngest one, and like kind of makes me laugh still to know that that was kind of the thing that we'd had. It was always "Moves me." My first word was "dink," which means drink, so I've always been like really weird with words, and "moves me" was a really big one that I used to say. So that was a funny memory that we always had. And then one time with my sister Shelby, well, kind of this is like I mean, there's so many memories, and it's with both of them. It's not really with just one of them. But we were at dinner table, and I'm not sure which one we had. They took a Coke bottle because we had a little thing on the top of it that you could like press, and it would make the fizz go down in it, so when you opened it, it wouldn't spew. So my sister decided to try it. I'm actually not sure which one, so that's kind of like foggy in my memory. But they took it and they shook it up and down so they could get it fizzed up, and they pressed a little thing because they're like, okay, well, it's not gonna fizz anymore. Opened it, and I'm still in a high chair still, so it's still pretty young, and my sister's sitting on the opposite side of the table from me, and they open it and it spews on everywhere. Like, it was on the ceiling, on our table, on me, and I couldn't move. So I'm just like covered in Coke, and they're like laughing but like scared because my mom and dad were in the kitchen, like a door away. But they didn't hear anything, so they were like trying to clean everything up before they got in there. We eventually got in trouble for doing that, but it was just funny because I was like covered in Coke and it was just everywhere, and it was just a funny memory. So my fourth question is, which celebrity or person that you know would you want to switch styles with? So honestly, like, I like my style. It fits me a lot, but I really like Millie Bobby Brown's style is different, and I think I like it like that. And I mean, I really don't have a celebrity that I would want to switch with. I mean, Selena Gomez has a really good style. Zendaya, I like her style a lot. Like, kind of like the moderny, the more today's time people, the celebrities. But I really don't have a person in my life right now that I would want to switch styles with. I like my style pretty much. So yeah. So my fifth question is, what's your favorite thing about God? So this is such a hard question to answer because I love everything about God. But a really big thing that I love about him is that he can just come in ways that you've never seen him before. So you could see God come in certain situations in your life or certain places in your life, and then you're like, okay, well, I guess he really can't show up anywhere else. And then he surprises you and shows up in a completely different place that you would never expect him. So I really like that. I really like how he comes in ways that we could never explain and would never have thought he would have been coming in. And I really like how he does these new things that we don't expect, and it's just so cool to have an expecting God because you can never fall asleep on him because he does things out of the ordinary and in places in times you wouldn't even think he'd be coming. So that's a really big thing of why I love God. The next question is, if I had to change my name, what would I change it to? So when I was little, my two favorite names to change my name to was April and oh my gosh, it was April and I think it was Braylee. April and Braylee. I don't know why those are the two ones I picked, but I always was April Brown or Braylee Brown, and that was just something that I've always had. I don't really like those names anymore. I kind of like my name. I think it's a little childish. I don't know why. That's always been in my mind. It's just, but yeah, I really don't have a name I would like. I mean, Sabrina's pretty, but I don't think it fits me. I think Sheridan really fits me, so yeah, that's that. So my next question is, how did God move at Motion? So Motion was something we went to today. We got back home 2 days ago. So it's this big conference that they do in Birmingham, Alabama, with a ton of youth, and youth leaders come and they just worship and really it's like a summer camp, but it's a conference. So God really moved in certain places. I think in everybody's lives it was different. So in my life, it was definitely chains were breaking. I got a renewing of the spirit. I feel like God really came to my life in a new way. He showed me new things. Like I said, my favorite things about God is how he shows you places he shows you things when you never thought you would see him that way. And he really did that this weekend for me. He really showed me things that I never thought he could do or he would do, and he really did, and really stepped my faith up because I walked that walk with him. So that was a really big thing that moved at Motion, was he came into my life in a new way, and he broke chains off that I never thought he would break, or I thought it was too long for him to break, or too big, or too strong, and he did it because he's an awesome God. He can overpower anything, but he doesn't overpower us, and I really like that about him. So that's what happened at Motion. It was so cool. I got to meet so many new friends from like Mississippi and Alabama, and we really got close with our youth group and a lot of people in it. So I was really excited about that trip. So my last question is thoughts on One Direction. So I've never been a fangirl of One Direction. Like, I've never been like, oh my gosh, I love them, like Harry Styles, Niall Horan, Zayn Malik, or whatever his name is. I'm so sorry to all these fangirls. I don't know how to pronounce his names. But yeah, I've never really been a fangirl of them. Even when I was in like 6th grade, somebody said that they liked One Direction over 5 Seconds of Summer, and I was like, oh my gosh, like how could you like One Direction over them? But I mean, I listened to their songs, and then Just Dance, the What Makes You Beautiful dance, was like my favorite one in 4th grade. So I mean, it's not like I don't like their songs. I'm not a fan girl, or I'm not really like a fan of them. Like Drag Me Down, I can jam to with my headphones on, but it's not like I long for hearing those songs. So yeah, that was all the questions. So I really just wanted to end it telling y'all that this channel isn't going to just be me sitting in front of the camera talking. It's going to be makeup, special effects makeup, and then maybe some vlogging. I'm not quite sure yet. I really want to get a stand for my phone to kind of have it certain, because the phone could have moved during this video and I wouldn't even known. So I really want to get some more things. I'm getting some water activated paint soon to do some face paints, and I'll definitely put them on YouTube if they're too long. But I'm also still going to do lives. Don't think I'm not going to do those anymore on my Instagram. So I'll put my Instagram down here, and you can go click on it and go follow me on Instagram. You can see my live videos. And yeah, I'm so excited to be doing this, so stay tuned. Thumbs. Ouch. So yeah, bye.